Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets. We're live again. It is 7:39 p.m. Monday, October 16th, 2017, and welcome. It is because of you that this channel continues to grow, and I cannot explain how thankful and grateful I really am for your support. Welcome everybody. Welcome back. I wanted specifically to come on today because of something that's coming across from the state of Oregon. If you're not familiar, last week their governor, Kate Brown, is pushing some legislation that is going to be under consideration in February. Hey guys, everybody. Izzy, C-Man, how's it going? John Browning's Ghost, good to see everybody. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. So the state of Oregon, they have introduced SB 797. And like always, after this is done processing, I will put a link in the description once this goes on the replay side of YouTube. And they're trying again, man. They are relentless right now in their attack on the Second Amendment. It is just coming from all different angles, coming from all different states, and we really need to band together. Hey everybody, Tariq Reviews, Carl, how's it going? Joseph, Richard. Thank you. It's good to see you too over on Facebook. Again, we're doing the dual live stream. As long as you guys and gals keep liking this, I'm going to keep doing this. This is actually insanely easier for my schedule to do this. So thank you. Again, this is coming right from Oregon. Kate Brown, the governor, is pushing to change the law when it comes to firearms purchases in the state of Oregon. Currently, not just in Oregon, but nationwide, if you go to purchase a firearm and for whatever reason there's a hiccup on the background check, could be something as simple as somebody on the other side of the country has your same name, like Robert Smith. It's kind of popular, but that one of those 55 Robert Smiths has a record. They typically will put a delay on your background check. So the FFL will have to hold your firearm, and then in 3 days, if they don't get anything back, they can release the purchase. Well, this governor in Oregon is looking to put that purchase on an indefinite delay with no timetable on when that purchase can be completed. And the way she's doing it is slightly different than the way the country does it. She's going to put it on the Oregon State Police. I'm going to look to my screen over here and read you a little bit, so please forgive me. Kentucky, good to see you. So what she's looking to do is it would require firearms transfers to be indefinitely delayed if the Oregon State Police are unable to determine eligibility. Really? Because the NICS checks go to the FBI, they don't go to Oregon State Police. The deferral from the Oregon State Police does not necessarily mean the recipient is prohibited, but rather that the OSP is not satisfied with the background check inquiry and a determination has not been made yet. Currently, federal law allows FFLs to release the firearm after 3 business days if they have not received any additional correspondence after receiving the delay. If this goes through, you might not be able to get that purchase just because there's a clerical error or somebody has the same name or whatever. So guys and gals, I say it every time you see me, you got to get on these clowns. These ass clowns are nuts and they're not stopping. A door was opened that much for them, and they have just shoved their way in, and they are not stopping. It's the old death by 1,000 cuts mentality. They're just going to keep cutting and cutting and cutting. So I thought I'd bring that to everybody. The Oregon, if you live in Oregon, you probably know this, but your February 2018 session that your state legislature gets together, it's right around the corner. It's less than 35 days away, and this is going to be pushed hard. It's SB 797. So if you're in Oregon, you gotta make some phone calls. Let's go right to the fan base. Let's see what we have for some questions. Keith, hey, it's always good to see you, buddy. Any word on HR 38 national reciprocity? Alcides Perez Jr., I am glad you asked that because yes, there is a renewed interest in getting Congress to force a vote on HR 38, the National Concealed Carry Reciprocity. We all know that it was ready to be voted on within a 6 to 7 day period of the Vegas shooting. It was pulled back along with the SHARE Act and the Hearing Protection Act by Paul Ryan. But it was saved by that process. It wasn't a no vote on the floor, so it's still technically alive and in committee. So there is a currently there's a push the last 3 days to get some type of action on that. Is California a lost cause, Hogan? I don't know. Jerry Brown, the governor out there, just signed 3 more attempts at gun control yesterday, maybe even today. It might have been today. And they're considering a 4th. It's getting nuts. Hi, thanks for all you're doing, keeping us informed. Thank you all. You know, I say a lot. Dave, no. Yeah, it's getting crazy, man. I say a lot on almost every one of my videos when I'm talking about laws. You have to be active. You just can't accept the fact that someone else will do it for you, because it doesn't happen. That's why most of this stuff has come down the pike in various states and even nationally. And it's not just the left. You know, we typically associate gun control with Democrats or liberals, and it's not the case. I know Democrats who go shooting with me. I know liberals who have guns, and chances are you do too. It's not just somebody's political affiliation that is the problem. The problem is those people who don't know anything about the Constitution or are so hell-bent on an agenda that they just don't care. And we need to jump on it, guys and gals. We need to pull together and make our voice heard. There's no way around it. Thank you, everybody. Jonathan, thank you. Let's see. Supreme Court flows with popular movement. Yeah. Well, most of this stuff hasn't gotten to the Supreme Court, so we won't know. Let me excuse my finger while I scan these. Thank you. You're my main informer of this bullshit. Thank you. I think. Fully Awakened, breaking up. How's it? Everybody, let me know how it's coming through. Facebook, if it's coming through okay, give me some thumbs ups, because you guys can float that right on the screen. YouTube, I guess you do some comments, and I'll try to keep up with them. I've tried to do everything I can to boost signal. It's not on my end. Believe me when I tell you that. Alright, so Facebook, I'm getting some thumbs up, so we're coming good okay. We're good over here on Facebook. Looks for YouTube as well. Okay, good. Alrighty. Is it official for Massachusetts regarding the ban for the bump stock? Not technically yet. I do have some secret information on that. There are some amendments that were submitted to change the language, basically to remove the magazine ban portion. However, it is coming back on its own bill. I was supposed to get some of that information today, and it didn't come through yet, but sometime tonight I'm anticipating getting that bill and the verbiage as well. So Massachusetts is not banned yet, but it will be banned. It's only a matter of days. Once the House and the Senate and the state level can get the bill matched and satisfied, it's going to Charlie Baker's desk, and he's already said he's going to sign it. Ray, thank you for being here. Let's see. Was buffering earlier. You're missing some hair. I mean, you think it's easy doing this? Keeping up with all these crazy laws? I mean, this was... The police force took it from here to here, and the rest of this is like being an advocate. It's crazy. And a dad, of course. And not just myself, you've seen other gun channels who are telling you that we're being suppressed big time, and with an attempt to get rid of us. And they can't just get rid of us all at once. What they're doing to us is they're demonetizing all of our videos like as soon as they drop, and then we can request a review, and then like 5 to 6 days later they get back and say, oh yeah, you didn't violate anything. But the problem there is most videos, not just ours, but most videos get their most views, thus the most advertising revenue in the first 4 to 5 to 6 days. So YouTube's still showing ads on all of our stuff, and they're getting all of the money. We don't get any of it now. So that's how they're trying to get rid of us. And it's depressing. It's unfortunate because they make money off of our backs, but they're gonna play games. But the only thing keeping me here, honestly, is you all the viewers. because I can read this stuff and go crazy on my own. But the fact that people are out there wanting the information and looking to spread the word keeps me coming back. So thank you very much. I can't tell you how much it means, your support, because without you guys and gals doing this, I'd be done. So thank you. Because this, you know, like Smith & Wesson ain't helping us all stay on, and Glock ain't helping us all stay on, but we're helping them stay in business, right? Sue for copyright, we can't, because it's their platform. It's their ball, and they can go home whenever they want. Let's see. Excuse me. Fine, thank you. Thank you on Facebook. Thanks, Dave. Keith, is tech on your trigger included with the bump stock ban? It's not worded as a bump stock. That's the problem. It's very, very vague. So very easily those triggers and anything that could be construed as something that can increase the rate of fire of a semi-automatic weapon will be banned under these laws that are proposed. And the problem is that there's no set standard for a semi-automatic rate of fire. So it's so vague. It's so dangerous, because now if this passes, some arbitrary fool who knows nothing about guns is going to say, all right, the semi-automatic weapon should shoot no more than 1 round every 55 seconds, and then that's going to be the standard. And anything that goes faster than that's going to be illegal. So you see where that could go very quick. It's very, very dangerous. So NRA is no longer supporting the bump stock ban. Is that because of deceptive wording, or are they listening to all of us complaining, or both? Honestly, I'm going to say it's a little bit of both. They got a lot of feedback. Most of it was negative during the immediate couple days after their press release. I believe that's why they started to go on TV and explain their position further. A lot of people pulled their support, canceled memberships. I don't know if it's money that's forcing the issue, or if they did realize that way we came out of the gate and it was a little vague, and it left a lot to interpretation, and maybe they're trying to correct it. I don't know. They don't talk to me. They don't support this channel in any way, so I'm not tied in to answering a specific way. But like we all do, I think they kind of went at it the wrong way, and it led to what we're dealing with right now. Gun manufacturers ain't supporting YouTube gun channels, but YouTube gun channels bring them money. That's it, in a nutshell, right? If I sit here and tell everybody that this is the best thing since the cat's ass, chances are some of y'all are going to go out and buy the best thing since the cat's ass. So that company makes money off of us, but yeah, you know what it is. Most manufacturers are non-American entities. They only care about money, not our rights. It's true. Let's see. Yeah, Patriots, please make the phone calls and emails. Yeah, like Kluki says here, you have to. There's just no way around it. I'm gonna beat it until November. I'm gonna beat it like a dead horse. We got to make those phone calls. We got to make those emails. We got to actually write some letters. You got to get on them. You really do, because if they don't hear the resistance, they're not gonna even think twice about what they're doing. Mass AG will take the rest of your hair. Yeah, she's, well, I don't know, I might have more hair than her. With the deceptive wording, I'm wondering how long it'll take for them to start. Yeah, the geisels and stuff, I think they're done, really, if this passes. And Mac on Military Arms, Tim, Military Arms channel, he said the same thing a couple days ago, that the way it's worded, those companies could go out of business overnight. So that's why you got to get on these people. HR 3999 is deadly. That's how vague it's written. It's deadly for the Second Amendment. And I'm not just here, you know, trying to bring shock and awe. The way it's written, if you're familiar with law, it's not good the way it's written. Let's see. And I apologize if I don't get to see a ton of the posts. I'm trying to see everyone that I can. How long do we have to contact our generative politician until the vote? So right now there's nothing scheduled. The last I checked, I did try to check right before I came on, and we're kind of striking out tonight as far as getting a hold of somebody, so that means they're busy, which could be good. and it could be bad too. But call them, text them every day if you have to until they get back to you. And the key thing is to ask for their stance. Just don't say, hey, I'm calling you to vote against whatever, HR 123, because I don't like it. That's not good enough. Chances are you're going to get an intern who answers the phone, and they're not going to know all these laws. Believe me, they're not going to know them. Unless it's something that their senator or their rep penned and they've been talking about it in the office. But so when you call, you want to say your name, your address. The first thing they want to make sure you're actually one of their voters or someone in their district. And you want to say, hey, I'm calling to get Senator blah, blah, blah to vote against HR 123. Oh, I wouldn't be a senator for HR, but S123. It's a bill that looks to do this, blah, 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 blah. And I don't think it should pass because of this, blah, 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 blah. It's unconstitutional. It affects this, or it takes away my rights to a big blue banana. Whatever it is, you need to be specific. You need to be respectful and specific. Give them the information they need, and specifically ask for a response. You need to say, I want to know what the representative's stance is on this, and when can I expect to get a response. That tells them that you're not going away easy. You're going to want a response. They're going to get back to you, whether it's an email or phone call. They do return phone calls sometimes. If they see that you have a specific problem with one of the bills, chances are, if it's a small enough district, they'll call you. I mean, if you're like in Boston, they're probably not going to call you, or a major district, but they do return phone calls. And that's how you get it done. I just retweeted and on Instagram, I reposted a video I did some time ago, a couple months ago, just on that, on how to contact your representatives and how easy it really is. Even if you don't know who it is, it's a simple Google search, a couple quick links, and you're on their page, and it gives you all the phone numbers, email addresses. It's just that easy. It's not that difficult. So please don't be intimidated by it. Please don't put it off and say, I'll do it next week because this week I'm busy, or I just don't like talking. It's intimidating. They work for us. They need to know that. So don't be intimidated by it. Let's see. Cancer spreads. I think it's only a problem in communist states. Think again. Exactly. Because Maryland, Massachusetts, California, we're like the breeding ground. And if something is successful here, it tends to spread. A couple months ago, I went on YouTube and told everybody about 20 different states that were passing legislation that was fully funded and backed by Michael Bloomberg, looking to create extreme risk or extreme violence protection orders. Some of them worded it a little different. And it does nothing that each and every single state's restraining order for domestic violence does already. It doesn't do anything that they don't do, with the exception of one thing, and that's to restrict somebody's Second Amendment rights for life. It does nothing that any law that's not already on the books doesn't do. And people were, I can't tell you how many people were like, it'll never happen here. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just a fear-mongerer. Well, guess what? Out of those 20 states, I think 6 have already passed it. It's coming, and it's coming hard. You watch that video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go through my YouTube videos, hit search, and put in 20 states, Bloomberg. It'll come up. And believe me, it's coming, guys and gals. It's coming hard. Let's see. Barbara Smith sending flowers. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. Thank you for watching. If you were talking to me. Don't forget New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey is a rough spot right now. The ban on online ammo purchases. Didn't she try the same bill back in 2015? Yes. And in case you have seen, a lot of these bills that they're trying again, they tried them like 2 years ago. So they never let a tragedy go to waste. So they're trying it again, because you throw enough darts at the board, eventually you're going to hit bullseye once. Oops. Sounds like... Does 3999 have enough votes to pass Congress? No, actually, stand by one sec. I'm going to go right to my computer. I want to check on the co-sponsors right now. because that's a good way to tell how it's going to do. HR G999. So if you're wondering what website I'm using right now to check on bills, Congress.gov. It's pretty good. You just type in the bill that you're looking for right in the search bar. It usually comes up right away with the right link. You can click on the link and you can see a bunch of things from there, for the summary of the bill, the title, the text of the bill, the actions it's taken. Like this bill, it's already been 2 actions on it, so let's see what that is. Right now, 25 co-sponsors. Let's see if we have anybody new, because it even tells you the day that the person put their name on as a co-sponsor. So the most recent co-sponsors that were added to the list were on the 11th, so we're okay as far as that, unless it just hasn't been updated yet. Let's see, what are the actions on 3999? First one was introduced to the House, okay, so that's nothing new, and then it was assigned to committee. So we're okay. No major movement on it, so it's not sneaking in under the cover of night yet, but it's still there, and it's still garnering speed. 25 co-sponsors, so it's not going away. Thanks for all the work you do. Thank you, Mario. Where is the NRA? They're there. It's not my job to tell them how to run what they do. They have a lobbyist. I don't. I barely have a voice here. But I hope, and I hope, and I hope that they're going to do the right thing when it's time. Make a monetized playlist. Yeah, I've thought about that. But like I said, I'm not here specifically to make money. I have a job for that. This is something I enjoy doing. It'd be nice if it was, of course it'd be nice if it made money, but if it was just self-sufficient, that'd be even better. Like to buy computers and lights and cameras, and I got 2 phones recording right now, and it's just a cost involved to it. That's why and I don't know about the other gun channels, but when I complain about them demonetizing my stuff, it's because, like, maybe I make 10, 15 bucks a week on it sometimes, and if they're taking away that ability, it just sucks. But again, I'm not here for the nickel. If I was, I would have quit a long time ago. Fumbled. Yeah. Silent bullet. What's Oregon doing now? Real quick recap. There's a bill. Let's get the number again. SB 797. They're looking to have anybody who has a delay or a pause in a purchase of a firearm because of the background check, whether it's anything that causes a delay. Sometimes it's simple. Somebody has the same name who might have a record. Right now, federal firearms license dealers have to wait up to 3 days, and if the 3rd day they don't get anything back that says that for a reason their sale shouldn't go through, it's sold. Now she's looking to put an indefinite hold in Oregon. I don't know how that's going to play out because Nick's checks are federal. She wants it to go to Oregon State Police. I don't know how that's going to go, but just for somebody to even submit this is troublesome. We'll see. Many U.S. gun companies will die out. I hope not. Is the NRA the one who started the gun control trend way back when? There's a lot of different point of views on that one. Work in the industry and nobody is talking about this stuff. I am. I am. Turn them on to here, please. I need this channel to grow so that people can get this information. In a perfect world, every gun owner on YouTube would be on this channel getting all the news and the laws that are put out all across the country. So if you could, maybe help me spread the word. Maybe share the link with some of your friends. Turn them on to Guns and Gadgets. You think Trump will sign any gun control? I sure as hell hope not. I did a video just prior to him getting elected, and then right after he was elected, I did another one on the positive influence he could have on firearms. And I did say I'd call his ass out if he didn't do it. And guess what? It's getting close to calling his ass out. Ray H., thank you very much. Thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. While we're talking about monetization real quick. Everything I've done the last 2 weeks, every single video has been demonetized. And like I said, I had to file the review, but they're going to wait until the views go down, and then they'll say, oh yeah, you didn't violate anything. Bastards. Even the live stream ones, they acted on those all the night before last. Every single one of them was just yanked. Bastards. What was the website again? Steven, congress.gov, if that's the one you're talking about, how to look up bills. It's congress.gov. The best way to contact me for a question on the background checks for renewal. In the description of every one of my videos is my email address that's associated with the channel. It's jyanis1975@gmail.com. JYANIS 1975@gmail.com. Westfield, Mass. Hey, what's up? Still working on my sick pile of ammo. What is your favorite gun? Whatever I'm holding at the day. But no, I'm a Glock. I'm a Glock fan. That's what everybody calls me, a Glock boy, Glock fanboy. It's only because I carried them for a job for so long. So I've become more favorite to Glocks. 17, the 19, you name it. The 21 is what I carried for the last 3 or 4 years of my career. I love the 21. Let's see what else. Victor, thank you. Jarhead6 gave you credit last night, and he used one of your info posts. Thank you. I did hear from Jarhead last night. Interesting enough, he became one of my patrons last night, which, if you guys aren't familiar with Jarhead6, check out his channel. Another great YouTuber who's all about the Second Amendment, former Marine. Just for that reason alone, you should just follow his stuff and support him. But he became one of my patrons last night, which I'm truly humbled that he watches my stuff, that any of you watch my stuff, but somebody who is established in the game and is a respectable person like he is, it's an honor. And I told him that last night. But thank you for telling me. I didn't know he mentioned me last night. Thank you. I'll have to check it out. Glock triggers suck. Hell, haven't fired any striker gun. Well, yeah, Go Shadow. A lot of people say that, but if you learn the Glock trigger, you can make that sumbitch sing. And then you can always add, you know, little enhancements that take care of that for you. Get on gun channels. They'd love to have you. I'm actually on gun channels. And to be honest with you, I started putting stuff up a lot on there, but it's just the numbers, nobody was watching it. Some of the videos would get like 20 views, some of them would get like 24 videos, some would get 3 views. So I don't know, maybe I'll try it again. It's just, it's a lot of effort, believe it or not. This is a lot of effort, and then to spread it around and whore yourself out, which I hate doing. I try to only go to the spots where I know I'm going to get some type of traction so people can learn this stuff. Not just so I can grow, but so people will learn what I think they need to know to save our rights. But if you know of people on gun channels, maybe shout them out and let them know. MMP fan yourself. Yes, Sean, I have a lot of Glocks and I have a lot of MMPs. They are my 2 favorite firearms. Let's see. Thank you for your work. Thank you all. Let's see. YouTube video is frozen. Jonathan, Johnny Boy, Blaze Martinez. YouTube, is this frozen? Mel, thank you. I appreciate that. Alright, so it's not frozen. I'm getting answers to my questions. Jonathan, let me know if you see that again. If it's still frozen on your end. Please let me know. Freezes occasionally. Huh. Tennessee, thank you, Victor. Hillary's trolling. You know what's funny? Without getting this too off topic, Hillary's not even a friggin' elected official anymore, and she's getting more media coverage than the friggin' president of the United States. It's just nuts. Skipping. Blazin 1212, thank you very much. How do you feel about the future of 2A in the USA? Well, how do I feel about it? As long as there's breath, as long as there's air in my lungs, there'll always be a Second Amendment. And I hope that millions of Americans feel the same way. I don't think it's going anywhere. It might be altered if we don't all get our heads out of our asses and become activists and do what we need to do. But I'm here doing this because I love it, and I hope I can inspire somebody watching to make phone calls, to become an advocate maybe for their community that doesn't have one, that might need one. Damian Hopkins, if you ever ran my vote, thank you. Thank you. Sorry it was. Okay, thanks Jonathan. We're back, good. What about doing your own website with all the links and videos? I honestly don't know how to do all that. I paid for a website. I've secured my own domain name. I just don't know how to friggin' do it. And I don't have the money to pay somebody to do it, so there it sits, unfilled. My wife, if she hears this, she's gonna kill me because it wasn't cheap. But I'm not a IT guy. If there's anybody who maybe lives near me and could donate some time, or we can hook up something, I don't know, but I can't afford somebody to do it. I'm broke, man. Lee Murch, thank you very much. Louis Harrison, thank you. Thank you all for your kindness. I appreciate it. Enjoy all the vids you do. Henry, enjoy all the vids. Thank you from Texas. Thank you very much. Have you tried, Brandon Sweeney asks, have you tried getting on Full 30? Absolutely, I have. Emailed them. Let's see, the last time I contacted them was probably 4 or 5 months ago. Because I kind of saw this coming. Many of us did. So I was just trying to obviously get on somewhere that wasn't called YouTube. Steve, I don't want to butcher your name. Steve C, thank you. Really, humbled. Thank you so much. Don't even, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you. Wow. Full 30. I did reach out to them and ask specifically to go on because I think I'm doing something that nobody does. There's a lot of people that'll go to bring this to a range and say, hey, you press this thing that way and the thing hits the stuff and goes bang and goes that way. A lot of people do shooting videos and a lot of people do gear reviews, and I do some of that myself. But I don't see many people out there digging up laws like this from all around the country. And I said that to them, you know, this is maybe what we need to do to help the community. And they basically said there's not enough bandwidth to put everybody on, and when we do expand, maybe we'll reach out to you, and that's where it's at. So maybe if 33,000 people sent emails to Full 30 to put guns and gadgets on, maybe they would. I don't know. I don't know what his plan is going forward with that. What about doing, let's see. Jonathan Garcia, thank you for sharing. Let's see, excellent service. I'm glad it's working better now. I thought California was bad. It's getting rough. It's getting rough. What is duty to flee in Massachusetts from Angel Aviles? So the castle doctrine and or stand your ground call different things in different parts of the country. You really don't. It's kind of it's kind of a stand your ground in Massachusetts. If you're in your home, you don't have to flee. That's kind of a misconception. You don't have to like jump up and run out of your house because some bad guy's there. Take some classes. If you're in Massachusetts, take some classes, some like self-defense, home defense classes, and you'll know that you can even just look up. I don't have the law with me at the moment, and I haven't quoted it in probably a year since the last time somebody asked me, so I don't want to say the wrong thing, but you do not have a duty to retreat in Massachusetts in your own home. Now, if you're outside, out in public, that's a different story. But in your castle, the castle doctrine in Massachusetts, you can defend yourself. Can you be charged? Yup. You can be charged in anything you do. In fact, you probably will be charged unless it's, you know, open and closed. But being charged and having to stick and doing, you know, and doing time is totally different. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get some of your questions so I don't overlook stuff. I apologize. New Jersey, it's your duty to retreat in your own home unless you are cornered. And there's so many things I could say about that. That's terrible. Steve, that was out of my pre-ban fund. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really do. And I know how expensive pre-bans are. It's crazy. it's lunacy. I was actually looking at a post on a Facebook group that I'm on here for Massachusetts, and a guy was selling pre-bans, and without even thinking, like, he put up the going rate in Massachusetts, and I kind of jumped on him and hit send before I realized I was jumping on him. But like, it was, I want to say it was a Glock magazine, and he wanted $65, and my response was that, you know, $31.99, brand new from the factory, and this one's like 10 years old. But supply and demand, it doesn't make it right though. You need to move to Wisconsin. But if California can break immigration laws, how can a free state like ATF? Oops. Actually, I worked out of Wisconsin for 3 months, out of Amherst, Wisconsin, in the middle of frickin' nowhere. Jared, can you link us to the nut job? I think it's nut job, says knit. Link us to the nut jobs in California. I want to send some email. Yeah, that is Daniel Cortez. The easiest thing for me to do, man, is to tell you, go on Google and search up California state representatives. And then one of the links will say how to find your California, or you can go on your, actually, let me find it. I'll do it right here for you. That way I know what website to send you to. My California state representatives. All right, so ca.gov, california.gov. There's a tab on there that says Find Your California Representative. And it's findyourrep.legislature.ca.gov. You need that again, findyourrep.legislature.ca.gov. The screen that comes up asks you to enter your address, city, and zip, locate, and it tells you who they are. And then from there you can find all their contact info. Why not the GOP trying to repeal these unjust laws? Because the GOP is actually behind some of this BS. Some of the turncoats, some of the rhinos. HR 3999. I did a live stream on it last week. Watch that, please. It's crazy. It's called Republican-backed gun control, I believe is the name of it. It's crazy. It's nuts. Really. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Fritz, thank you. Matt, thank you for watching. 3999 is the end of the second. It could very well be the end of the way we know it. Tactical Arms and Ammo, thank you. Welcome to the channel. Jersey. New Jersey has a self-defense law based on the Castle Doctrine. Okay. That's the same way that Massachusetts is. Thanks for all you do. Let's see. I'm from Detroit. Will they hear from me even though they don't represent me? Brandon, good question. Absolutely, they'll hear from you because you're a vote. And they might not care about your opinion, but they'll listen. Be respectful and make the effort anyway. Like I said in that video I reposted today, I suggest, if you haven't watched it, please watch it. I just put it back on my Instagram, back on my Twitter. It's on my YouTube. It's how to contact your representatives. And I tell you on that how to do it, same way I just showed everybody from California how to do it. Be respectful. Tell them the bill you're referring to. Name it. Tell them what you want them to vote against it for this reason, or you want them to support it for this reason. And I even read you a letter I was sending to, might have even been Elizabeth Warren. And I read you word for word what I wrote her. So just copy that type of format, just change the words for whatever specific bill you're talking about, and send, man. Done. It's that easy. Change the zip code. It's not always that easy. If it was, I would be gone. Believe me. And I know you didn't say that. Maybe you didn't say it meaning it the way it's taken by a lot of these people that have the same situation. But to say, hey, move, or hey, California is a lost cause, that's exactly what they want us to do. They want us to turn on each other, support each other, support people in California, support people in Maryland, because if we don't support each other, it's going to be a lot easier to divide us, and we're already divided. Sean, thank you very much. Sean McGivern, thank you very much for your kindness. I don't expect any of that. Thank you. Let's see. Kenny Gore, recap. We just touched base on Oregon. SB 797, they're looking to put an indefinite hold, indefinite pause on people's ability to purchase firearms if there's a delay on the background check, or if the Oregon State Police don't like your background. Not NICS checks, not FBI, the Oregon State Police. Is very dangerous. Doc Tech, welcome. Gregory Atkins, I'm new at this. How do I donate? Honestly don't know. I think it's underneath the screen. If somebody who's done it, please advise. Gregory, I don't know, to be honest with you. $sign under the chat says Mel. So there you go. You can hit the $sign right under the chat, and if you do make a donation, maybe ask a question, say something. Thank you. First off, thank you. But if you're gonna put a nickel out of your pocket, at least let me know if I could do something for you. Worried about what the NRA did, Steve? Yeah, we all are, man. I don't know. I don't want to, like some of the gun advocates are totally pulling support, and that's not my game. I hope that they're still gonna be there. You know what I mean? Perfect Storm. Thank you for the updates. Thank you. If Donald Trump signs any anti-2A laws, he will not win another election, and the House and the Senate will lose their majority, and they know it. You know this. Listen, we have the majority, and they're still forcing gun control. If we lose the majority, the Republicans, if the Republicans lose the majority, we're freaking screwed hard. Because you know, I mean, right now, if they had Hillary in the corner office and they had the majority in the Senate and the House, none of this would be even debated. They would go nuclear on all this crap, and it would be passed with a simple 51 in the Senate and a simple majority in the House. And we all know it. And that's what this is like, the anger, the part that gets everybody gets me so fired up. We have the majority and we can't get shit done. Like, we're so divided, we can't get anything done. It's crazy. JCNME 2020, thank you. Thank you very much. Much love and support. Tim, greetings from New Mexico. Do I believe the government has the right to regulate firearms? Well, that's one of those gotcha questions. No matter what I say, someone's going to have an issue with it. I don't, in my heart of hearts, no, I don't believe they should. But we live in a time where that's not going to be a reality. I don't believe they should, but I mean, we're so divided that we're falling behind the curve on simple shit. But I do not believe they should be able to regulate firearms like this. Democrats had a filibuster-proof majority 2 years ago and couldn't pass any laws either. Yeah, you're right. But I believe that was for a reason. Now they were building this. What do they call it the other day? the gun control wall, the left coast gun control wall or something like that. That's what they were kind of pushing for. Now they have it, and they're just going to try to push it east. William, thank you for all your hard work. I've been sharing everything you've putting out. These record bills. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who puts my stuff in front of other people to watch. I can't tell you how much it means. Thank you. Goal versus AG update. No update because it's scheduled for trial in the spring. I believe it's March. It's either March or May. I believe it's March. So you're not going to hear anything about that until it actually hits. Goal can't talk about it, obviously, because they're one of the parties. The AG is never going to talk about it anyway because she's correct in her own mind. Instead of making guns illegal, why not make murder illegal? Yeah. I've always said, years and years on the job, the laws are already on the books to make the country safer. Just enforce them. The simple little things, if they're enforced, instead of looking the other way or slaps on the wrist, can stop a lot of the problems we have right now. Glenn Facto. Yeah, it does seem like that. And I call every week. I'm calling about something. Don't give up. Stay on it. Stay the course. There's an end game, and stick with it. Don't give up just because they don't want to hear you. Stick with it because you want them to hear you. You want to make them hear you. Don't just give up, man. Do you think the magazine ban will make it? I honestly don't, but I've seen stuff pass where I didn't think it would before. And the magazine ban, the bill, it's scary because a lot of the states are starting that as well. So that means they have an opinion that's shared by many. It's dangerous. I really don't think I don't think it will, but I brought it up for a reason in a video because it's a possibility. Dwayne, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Carolina Prepper. Hey, guys, if you guys live in a free state, check out Carolina Prepper. He's willing to help everybody get some magazines and ammo before these bans hit. So check him out. Seems to be a pretty cool guy. Also, check out Rebel Silencers. Rebel Silencers, honestly didn't know about them until a couple videos ago. I've been talking with them, and they seem like somebody you should invest in if you're looking for a silencer, if you're in a free state. Check them out. RebelSilencers.com is their website. They're definitely a friend of the channel for a couple reasons. So if you're in the market, check them out. I worry about the online sales ban. Most people are stupid enough to think that should be illegal. Yeah, the Commerce Clause is screaming on that one. But again, if we don't pass the word, not just amongst us, like everybody here who owns a firearm knows somebody in their family who's anti-gun. You got to educate these people. Take an anti-gunner to the range. Take a liberal person in your family to the range and teach them this stuff. And, you know, maybe 60% of them, when they start shooting, they start to smile and realize that, you know, this isn't as bad as the boogeyman makes it look, you know. Put a lot of people out of work. Yeah, you can say that again. Two-way march on Boston. It would be nice to see. Be nice to see, but a lot of the two-way people in the state is silent for some reason. Oops. Mark, thanks for serving, brother. I don't think the Navy and Marine Corps has prepared us for this rough seas. Yeah. Who would have thought on our own frickin' soil, right? By those who, well, most of them didn't have the balls to put their life on the line. Just make sure the glasses are all the snowflakes. Yeah, this is fucking snowflakes. have a gun-loving buddy who is a diehard Democrat, and he thinks his shit doesn't stink. What do I do? Steve, if he's a gun lover and he thinks his shit doesn't stink, print up a dot torture test target, throw it out there, and shut him up real quick. Because if he doesn't know how to shoot, that's going to bring it all out, and you can rag on him. Let's see. Brian, I can carry 20 rounds between 2 clips. It's not a clip, man. It's a magazine from my 1911 9mm with the main. Yeah, well, shouldn't be able to ban anything. That's this. Oh, JCNME, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. God bless you and your family, my friend. Proverbs 3 verse 5. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Dot torture causes swear jars to fill up. Mel, you got that right. I went out and I don't know. I'll have a video actually probably tonight or tomorrow, about this little bad boy. This is the PL Mini. I don't know if it's coming in good, but the PL Mini from Olight, the PL Mini Valkyrie. This thing is so friggin' tiny, so light. It's rechargeable. Like, you can recharge it while it's on the weapon. Hold on, let me show you. And the reason I'm telling you this is I did a dot torture test. There it is. How tiny that thing is. How light it is too. And I can just charge it while it's on the firearm. Here's my charger. It's just a magnetic charge. Pop it on. Light goes green right here. It's done. Pop it off. It's pretty cool. They sent me it to check it out, and I like it. But that dot torture test, I did it left-handed. Man, I was ready to throw this damn thing in the berm. It's a good question. Weapon lights. Now, I've been a gun guy since I was 18. If everything's shaking, I apologize. It sounds like I got a military chopper going overhead. Something was low, and it's 8:30 at night. Maybe it's the YouTube people. But I've never been a light guy. I've always been the old school flashlight technique guy, because that's what we had back in the day. What do you guys think? Is you guys pro weapon light, or you like it off to the side? And if you do use them, what ones have you liked? Honestly, I only have Olights in my arsenal. I used to have a TLR1, that was short-lived. That got broken quick. But I'd be interested to see what else is out there, because I'm kind of making that turn, coming back. I was always taught, remember I said I was old school, I was always taught shouldn't have a weapon on the muzzle because then you're searching with the gun, you know, and you don't want to do that. But I'm not on the job anymore, so I think they actually have a purpose to serve. Steve, how much? Let me double check, because I just got this thing. I think it's cheap. It's not that expensive. Let's see. PL. The PL Mini is $79.95. And OlightWorld.com. OlightWorld.com, you can grab one. They're pretty good. 400 lumens. It's pretty bright. Whoa. That's going quick. Let me come back a little. No light, dead giveaway. Yeah, I was the one who'd always, you know, roll a light into the room I was searching, so they couldn't see what I was doing. Tactical dynamics in Foxborough and Rhode Island train low light. I did a lot of low light training. I was on a TAC team, so I did a lot of that, but I just never could. I don't know. I'm old school. Laser light combo cheapo iProtec works good on my 320 and 9. iProtec. Let me write that down and check it out. I'll check it out. John, yeah, it's the PL Mini Valkyrie, the new one that they literally just came out with. Rechargeable, 400 lumens. You can see how small it actually is compared to the muzzle. It's tiny. I protect my shotgun is cheap and it works. And it takes the whooping from a shotgun, huh? Okay. KC's gaming pub. If you had one pistol in a survival situation, what would it be? Glock 17 or Glock 19? I like the extra weight it gives. Mag size makes no difference. Yeah, I mean, if you're good at reloading, it doesn't matter. But it's the point. They shouldn't be able to restrict anything because of emotion. I'm sorry. What was the site again, Jared? Jonathan, Olight, O-L-I-G-H-T, World, olightworld.com. They make some really good stuff. I'll show you. I'm a fan of their product. Now, from being years on the job, I have stream lights, I have mag lights, I have all kinds of stuff. These are some of the stuff that Olight has now. These are like this little tiny boy right here. This is the H1R Nova, completely rechargeable, bright as hell. This is the H2R Nova. They make some cool headlamps. So like if you go camping, or like when I'm working two hands on a gun, breaking it down, doing a detail, complete disassemble. It's awesome to have a headlamp on. They make some pretty cool stuff. I've done videos on them. If you're on the channel, check them out. They make some pretty good stuff. To be honest with you, they make some really good stuff. Yeah, olightworld.com. That's the direct to their store. They also are on Amazon as well. Let me come back. It's moving pretty quick here. Jose Rosado, thank you, man. Thank you so much for all your work. I love your channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's nice to know when you're appreciated. Big Daddy G, thank you. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I want to get a Glock, but for now, I'll stick to my 1911. Get a Glock. Just do it. Why did you leave the job? Family. Real quick, 4 kids, all have autism. It's just not right to leave that on your significant other. So I didn't have a family growing up, and I would never let my kids do that. Have that scenario. Joe Buckus. I'm building an AK-74. So I gotta take I have an AK that I bought a while ago, and it's still haven't got out to play yet. Maybe this weekend. Irish whiskey, home a few more dollars and you'll be in the next tax bracket. Oh, that's nice. When our majority is trying to screw us, what can we do other than to vote them out? When voting isn't an option. When they try to cram this down our throats, what then? David, good question. November is still some time away, but there are a lot of seats available in November's election. Let me look so I can give you the exact quote. The 2018 election. All right, listen to this. The midterm elections in 2018 are on November 6th. There are 435 seats in the House of Representatives and 33 in the Senate that are going to be up for contest. 435 seats. That's all seats in the House of Representatives. Every single one will be contested. And 33 out of the 100 seats in the Senate. That is huge. Huge. That is like, if you're calling your state, not your state, I'm sorry, your federal, your congressmen and women, throw that at them. November 6th, 2018. Throw that at them. What do you think about the Century AKs? I don't have a Century. From what I heard, they're decent. They're not top of the line, but they're decent. I got a Wasser 10. It's the cheaper end of AKs. It's better than a lot of the cheap ones that are out there. But I bought it because I wanted one before we couldn't do it here, and I did my homework. I knew what to look for, the rivets and you know, the canted front sight and all that. So I got a decent one. But I haven't I don't have a Sentry. I haven't had a chance to play with one. I did play with a few when I was still on the job training, especially doing firearms instructor classes around the country, but I don't remember what ones they were. I know I played with a Narinko, but I don't remember the rest of them. Is anyone running against Warren yet? Yes. I don't remember the name. Gold just put something out today. Gun Owners Action League in Massachusetts. And Mass Gun Rights has also put out stuff of people who are going to be running. Right at the moment, it slips my mind, but yes, people are running. And if I had money, I would run too. Kid Rock, yes. We'll see. Wasser 10 is your best, cheapest AK. Yeah, it is. Of the cheap ones, of the lower level, it is the higher end of the lower level, if there's such a thing. Kami rifle, yeah, well, it'll just work, right? No matter what. You can oil it with mud, it'll work. Let's see. We have the New York Safe Act, and it's vague and unreal as can be, right? And so you understand why I'm getting the word out about some of the stuff that's so vague. Bacon grease, hunts for food, exactly. Tim Sanford. When they outlaw the bump stock, will it be illegal for me to have one that you own? It depends on what version of the bill gets passed. The Massachusetts version specifically says there's no grandfathering. I'm not sure about the one that the feds are talking about, but that one is dangerous because it doesn't even say bump stock or slide stock or trigger crank. It's anything that increases the rate of fire of a semi-automatic weapon. So that could be like your trigger jobs, your aftermarket triggers, all kinds of stuff. Trigger bars, trigger springs, changing the spring weight, changing the trigger weight, the trigger pull. This is so freaking vague, man. There's so many ways they can just like fucking cut our throats with it. Fast fingering, yeah. Hunts for food. If you're looking to move, we'd love to have you up here. You know, Maine. I love Maine. I go there quite a bit. I love Maine. I am looking to move, but I need Powerball. We all do, but one day. Henry, this is my first live chat. Your channel's awesome. Thanks for all your hard work. God bless you and yours. What do you think of Centurion? First off, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here. Never had a chance to play with the Centurion, the 39. I've never had a chance to play with one. Let me go back to the Facebook side. I've been favoring my right a little bit here. Steve, the belt loop. Yeah, don't tell him all the tricks. Shh. What's this one? Hiram. My question to the Olight. What holster company have a clamshell or holster that you can use for the Olight? I do not know. It just came out, just released. I was one of the first cats in America to have one of these, believe it or not. So I'm not sure. But any custom... I'm looking in the wrong place, I apologize. Any custom holster company can make this easy. I just am lucky enough that I have one a quarter mile down the road, Wicked Holsters. If you're watching, I need one. I need a holster for this. So they can heat it up and bend it right around the light. It's not a big deal. But as far as mass production, I'm not sure. This guy's in trouble. Yeah, a lot of them could be in trouble, my friend. Will it fit the Walther PPS? It'll fit anything that has a Picatinny rail or anything that has a Glock rail. It comes with this, the adapter for both. Carolina Prepper. My holsters will fit that, no issue. Well, maybe we can work something out, my man. You know how to get a hold of me. 3-7 Supro. What's going on? Plus, Jared does a good job keeping us on the up and up. I try to. Vetter holsters rock. Ron, yes, I have a few Vetter holsters. If you're not familiar with Vetter, check them out. I've done a couple reviews on my channel. They do make some really nice stuff, and it's right in Florida. They are quick on the turnaround too. It's not a big long lag from the time you place the order. Carolina Prepper. All right, man. KCCM, do you have more faith in the federal government or the state governments with regards to the Second Amendment? Right now, I don't have freaking faith in any of them. I have faith in me and this and people who are on my side in line behind me, on the front line with me. Other than that, man, I have no faith in any of these clowns. That's why I'm jumping on them so much. Ever heard of Adam's Arms? To be honest with you, no, Eric, I have not. akfiles.com is a great AK forum. Okay. While we're on the cheaper side of optics and stuff, I bought one of these some time ago for the AK that I haven't had a chance to go out and play with. It's the Field Sport Micro Red Dot. There's a couple YouTube channels, a couple YouTube videos about this. This thing was like $29.99, and they put these for torture tests, and it holds true, it holds zero, and performs. So I will be trying to do one of these, a review video for this. If anybody out there has played with this, let me know what you think of it. It's a cheap red dot, because I'm not looking to put $1,500 on the top of my rifle, because I just don't have the money. But if you played with that, let me know what you think. A couple. All right, Dwayne owns one. Works great. Thank you. Good. You have one that works great. Aura Lumen. Thank you. I have that red dot. Caroline Proper. Best bang for the buck. Good. Good to know. How much? I got it for, I think it was like $28.99, $28.88 on Amazon. This is like, that's why I jumped on it. I might even buy like 3 more just for the hell of it. Icon. What do you think of Antifa's threats for violence on November 4th? Does that say enough? Doesn't show up in the sun. Really? Oh, maybe I'm hoping it's just yours. Not that I'm hoping that yours sucks, but the reviews I saw said it did pretty good in bright light. Holds sight good. Saw some good reviews. Yeah, well, I watched one and he beat the. You probably all seen it. It's one of the most. I think it's the most popular for this on YouTube. I forget who it was, but he beat the piss out of it with a soda bottle filled with water and was dropping it and put it in puddles and submerged it, and it just kept going. They need to make a holster that can recharge that light. Willard Casey. Nah, no, because if you're holster this and you're recharging that, well, maybe unless you mean there's a holster with a charger in it, that would be kind of cool. That would actually be kind of cool. Holston SC5, yeah, $300. I'm not at a time anymore where that's a possibility. I don't know how many kids y'all got, but 4 of them, and on the spectrum is very, very, very difficult. So if I said to my wife, hey, I'm spending $400 on a sight, I'd be sleeping outside. Ron, so you saw it and he beat the piss out of that slate. Carolina, saw a video, they tossed it in the ocean. Really? Did it keep going, or did the salt get in? Did it affect it? Agents, doesn't Trump have the ability to veto these bills? If they were passed, Joseph Dillard, if they're passed to make it to the president's desk, absolutely. But don't forget, there's always that option. If it's a 2/3, if it passes a 2/3 vote, it can override the president's veto. Kept ticking like a Timex. Good. Well, I'm glad I bought it then. Let's make phased plasma rifles in the 40 watt range possible. They'd be legal, yeah, for a week until they started seeing shit about it. Hiram has 5 kids, so you know it's difficult. Like, if it wasn't for my Cabela's credit card, I'd be like old school still with my stuff. What happens when our worst fears come true? Do we resist unjust laws? Yes, absolutely. It's our job to. That's why the Constitution was created. It's our job. The citizenry is supposed to take over and stop a tyrannical government, right? Ordered TRS-25 last night. Do I like it? I don't know. I don't have one. It's funny, like I was always, I was an instructor and had a bunch of stuff at my disposal to train people with, but personal stuff I've always owned, I've kept it to like, up until the last couple of years, I kept it small. My arsenal was just like stuff I was really good in and was very proficient in, and then recently, the last few years, I started to expand the collection. Agent 7, thank you, man. Thank you. I know, man. I earn $100. That's on a good week. Jared, have you shot one of the Mossberg Shockwaves? No, I want one, but I don't want one. If you've ever shot a short shotgun, it's like, yeah, they're cool, but like, what's for what? Why? Really? But I do want to play with one. KCS Gaming, thank you. Thank you very much, man. I'm stunned. I'm stunned by the amount of kindness that you guys show us here at the channel. Thank you. Us, me. It's just me. Although my wife puts up with it, so I guess it's us. If you had to pick one Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 compact, or the Glock 19, or the SIG 320. All right, well, let's say this. I hope Smith & Wesson's watching, because they're less than an hour, maybe an hour from where I am, the factory. I've trained there. I've got certifications from there, and I spent a lot of money buying Smith stuff. I have a SIG 320. I have in the safe Glock 19. I do not have the M&P 2.0 compact. I have the M&P 9C last year. I have the M&P Shield 9, the Shield 45, the M&P Bodyguard, a couple other Smiths that are older. Smith & Wesson, if you're listening, maybe donate one to Guns and Gadgets. We can do a little review. It's supposed to be the Glock killer, right? Who else to have you help it but a Glock guy? So send me one. Don't tell your wife. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Don't tell her. Some stuff I try not to. When will Washington, Oregon, and the People's Republic of California drift off the Pacific Ocean? I don't know. It seems like their will is coming towards the Atlantic Ocean more often. Is the build-a-band magazine size allow you to keep your pre-band magazine? Yes and no, but it's not. Gunnar Flynn, thank you for your question. It's not finalized, so things can change. One version says yes, if you own them already, you'll have grandfather. But I have word. That could be coming out as well, or trying to make that come out. Privateer Prepper, thank you very much. How can I help with a coat drive? I'm in Maryland. Thank you. Privateer Prepper. You can, what I would recommend you do is go to their website. It's oceanstatejoblot.com. For anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, I did a video yesterday, the day before. Ocean State Job Lot is a chain store here in the Northeast that is looking to help out veterans in need for the winter. They have 250,000 winter coats, Totes brand winter coats, that they normally sell for $80 to $120, and they will sell them to us for $40 with the agreement that we will give it back. We'll donate it right back to the store. Then they'll give us a $40 gift card, so it's no money lost, really. And then they're going to donate that coat to a veteran. They're going to go through agencies to make sure that it goes to a veteran in need. I have heard from some people through Twitter and on my Instagram that places are selling out, which is good, great. If you don't live in the area, go to oceanstatejoblot.com. They have a store locator. Find the closest to your location. That's probably going to be somewhere in southern Rhode Island or Connecticut. And call the store, see if they can do something for you over the phone. or call the corporate site and see if they can do something for you over the phone. Tell them, listen, I don't live near one of your stores. I want to help out a veteran in need. Please take my money. How can we make this work? I'm sure if there's any way under the sun they can make it work, they will. I'm not affiliated with the store at all. It's just a great cause. I'm a veteran, and I think that we all owe a huge debt to our veterans. And what better way, especially here in the Northeast, cold's coming. I mean, right now, it's 44 degrees outside. It's cold. These guys and gals need it. Thank you for that question. Dwayne, thank you, man. Thanks for all you do. Keep it going. God bless. Gotta run. All right, man. Have a good one. Thank you. Let's see. 2A Junkie. I'm a vet too. I got a coat yesterday. The rack of donated coats was overflowing. Awesome. That's so awesome to hear. So you know where I'm coming from. If we don't take care of our own, nobody will. How do you give money? Bitch tits. How do you give money to what? To the channel? If you're looking to donate money to the channel, underneath the chat there's a $sign. You can do that with Super Chat, or in the description of every video I have links to my Patreon, my direct link for PayPal, as well as my Spreadshirt store. Which reminds me, for those of you who are still with me, my Spreadshirt store, I'm having a sale. It's going to be tomorrow, the 17th, Wednesday the 18th, Thursday the 19th. Anything off in the store, 15% off. So if you're looking to get one of my shirts, whether it's my background I usually have on my green screen, or what else I make, it's my my logos and stuff, and certain designs I've made, but they'll put it on anything from sweatshirts, t-shirts, to onesies, handkerchiefs, all kinds of stuff, coffee cups, anything in the store, 15% off, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week if you want to check it out. Link is in every one of the descriptions. It's, see if I can remember it, shop.spreadshirt.com/gunsgadgets, if I remember right. Sorry, let's see. Thank you for your service. Thank you, William. I want limits on congressional security. They should not get full auto weapons. I want term limits too. Bastards. Yeah, mass. Looks like I missed something. Hold on. Rudy, do you still support the NRA? Christopher Labby joined. Hey, Chris. What's up, brother? Do I still support the NRA? I'm kind of divided, to be honest with you. I'm pissed at the stance that they took on the bump stock. I really am pissed in the way they went at it. But with that said, being somebody with a background in law, I totally understand the way they did it. They were kind of insulating congressional action on it and kicking it back to the NRA, where they already, the ATF, where they already made a decision twice under the Obama administration that they were completely legal. So I understand why. And I didn't understand until the night that they did the press release, which was vague and pissed everybody off, that Chris Cox went on Tucker Carlson and explained their stance, and it made sense. So, yeah and no. I support them and I don't. I'm pissed off at the stance they took, because I personally believe that the way their press release was, the way it was worded, like got a bunch of this gun control started with more ferocity. I mean, it was coming anyway, but when the anti-gunners said, wait, even the NRA is like, yeah, this can be regulated. I think that started us on a slippery slope. Choppy feet on YouTube. Sorry, it'll come back, I hope. Unless they're trying to tell me it's time to go. Primary Arms has a nice prism red dots for the money. I'll have to check it out. Field Sport's actually 21 right now with free shipping? Kyle, are you serious? Hold on. Not that I doubt you, man. I'm going right now. I'm going to buy a couple. Where's my Amazon link? So I'm going to check right now. If this is 21 bucks, I suggest everybody jumps on it. Well, leave me some. Field Sport Micro Red Dot. $21.86 for free shipping on eligible orders. $21.86 for a Micro Red Dot that actually works. Oh, my wife's going to be so pissed off. And then I also bought this, which looks like that's the compact. Which one's this one? The medium. I bought the UTG medium riser mount. I think I paid $8 for that. So for under 30 bucks, you got a cheap optic that's passed a lot of torture tests on YouTube. Get it with a riser, yeah, definitely get it with a riser. Don't forget to buy the rails and the risers. Check out the TRS-25. Let's see. Should help if I could spell right. Oh, the Bushnell. Yeah, those are really good sights. 53 bucks. Walmart usually has those. Well, most Walmarts. And I want to say they're like 48, so you save a couple bucks. A lot of good stuff on the Bushnell site too, I've seen. A lot of good stuff. 704 Tactical is the water bottle guy. Yeah, that's it. 704 Tactical. It rings a bell. He did a follow-up on that too. Blaming the bump stocks is like blaming the gun, Keith. They need to blame the sick bastard that pulled the trigger. They'll never do that. You'll never hear them say that the asshole pulling the trigger was the one to blame. You need a Guns and Gadgets bumper sticker for local politicians' car. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But they know who to come after, right? It's not like an NRA one where there's millions of members. Let's see. Is that the Field Sport? Yes. This is the Field Sport Micro Red Dot. I bought this. It was like 24 bucks, $22.99. I haven't opened it yet, but now it's going to be going on either one of my ARs or my AK. I got to go out and play with it. Red Dots are great, but let's not forget to have always have backup iron sights. 4 MOA. Is it a 4 MOA? Doesn't say it in the box. Let me see. Yeah, it's 4 MOA. 20 bucks, man. Aim points, yeah, the money though, man. Gotta get you a rail system. Side mount for the washer. Yeah, I have it has the rail set up for the mount. I gotta buy a mount too. Yeah, Maine has constitutional carry, so does Vermont, so does New Hampshire. It's just southern New England where we're in prison. Sorry. Title serious. Yes, Ford's Rule 35. There's a bill. Let me come back to it. I like to quote everything if I'm giving you information. Where the hell did it go? There it is. In Oregon. There it is. SB 797 in Oregon. The governor, Kate Brown, is trying to enact an indefinite pause or an indefinite delay when the Oregon State Police have a problem with your background check when buying a gun. Not the feds, not NICS, not the FBI, but the Oregon State Police. So there is a problem. If they want the OSP to start doing the background checks for the guns, how are they going to skirt that? But they're trying. And if there's a problem where OSP doesn't like your background check, you're just going to delay that purchase indefinitely. Agent 7, thank you. Thank you very much. We are on the right side of history. I truly believe that. We just have to make everybody remember history, because it's going to repeat itself if they don't. Romeo 5 is a good cheap red optic. Well, let's see. I never heard of them. Romeo 5. Let's see. Romeo 5. See, I'm not finding them on, I don't see them on Amazon, so I'll have to check. Michael McKee, you made it, thank you. Is it the SIG? Okay, because that's what came up as the SIG. So, alright, so it is a SIG. Oh, there it is, yeah, duh, it's the first one. $159.60 with Prime shipping. It's not bad. That's not bad. Auto on and off. Repeating itself. So the feed's repeating itself. Let me know if it's terrible. eBay. Thank you for your work. Phil, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Richard, someone told me they saw a video of Vegas shooting with a chopper in the air doing the shooting. I did hear that, and I think it was on... I did see a quick clip. I don't know if it was a strobe or something. I don't know. I did hear that, though. I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance today to do anything other than research this law. That's why I came on. And yes, Jared, are you sending in your 320 hunts for food? I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't like to drop. I don't plan on dropping it. But with any tool, if you mess it up enough, you can cause it to malfunction. I don't know, to be honest with you. If I do, it's going to be after it dies down. The initial rush is going to be insane. Your feed in California is perfect. Good, because that's where it needs to be seen, right? Let's purchase the Field Sport Red Dot. I've seen some good reviews on YouTube about it. Yeah, same here. That's why I bought it. I watched it was a 704 Tactical beat the living shit out of this thing, and it still held zero and kept shooting. So I honestly forgot I even had it. Before I came up, I moved some stuff on my desk and found it again. so I'll go put it on my gun. Check out Sportsman Guide. Yeah, I used to love the Sportsman's Guide, Chico. You can get firearms on foot. You can't get those firearms here in Massachusetts. Nobody will ship to Mass. Are P320s on the shelves already fixed? No, they. I did a couple videos on that. I haven't followed up with anybody from SIG, but they did stop the production of the 320 until they could get everything fixed. The first batch they fixed were the military contract rifles, the military contract pistols, and those are actually hitting the first. Their first units right now, and from the intel I got, November, they're actually going to be in the field. Like right now, they're playing with them. They'll be going in the field in November. I have not seen that they have started up production again. I do know that they stopped production. I don't know. Anything? Let's see. Don't depend on my... Yeah, Reds. I'm a iron sight guy. That's why that's still in the friggin' box. But I'm definitely an iron sight guy. I'm gonna send mine. It's supposed to be better trigger. Yeah, it's the military trigger is what they're gonna put into it. So you're basically gonna have the new military 320 variant. This up until this is the Massachusetts version they came out with. This one has the ambi safety on both sides, as well as the ambi slide lock. This was as close to the military version as we were supposed to get until people figured out that if you drop it, it goes bang. So now the newer ones are going to have the military trigger too, but this was as close as we were going to get on the civilian side, which is why I got the damn thing. I'm getting a chance to meet my congressman. What are the top bills I should ask about? HR 38, National Concealed Carry Reciprocity. The SHARE Act, which has the Hearing Protection Act in it. Ask about stopping all these anti-2A bills that are coming left and right from all corners. HR 3999, you should definitely ask about, because even Republicans are back in that, and that is freaking dangerous. Very dangerous. Any of your weapons got a tax stamp? Keith, no. Never really did. Never really got into it. Because I was an instructor, so I got to play with them anyway. But now that I'm on the civilian side, I will be changing that. So, Rebel Silencers, if you're watching. You can have anything in any state if you're willing to pay. That's what these idiots don't realize, because criminals don't follow the law. How are their products? I'm thinking of trying out a set from them. Klaus. Oh, you're asking James S. I'm sorry. My bad. What size riser should I get for the field sport? I would say the very least a medium at the minimum, depending on your preference. But maybe the tall ones, the high ones. That was 2 plates. Okay. How often do I go training with my weapons here, Hiram? Every chance I get. Perfect world, I'd go 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, but I don't do that anymore. I used to. I used to get paid to go to the range. That was awesome. But at least a couple times a month. Crazy Ant, does pineapple go on pizza? I like pineapple and bacon pizza. Don't knock it until you try it. You will be hooked. Believe me. And I expect to see you back on another live stream telling me that pineapple bacon pizza is the balls. TNG, thank you for joining. Did you hear about Colorado Fort Carson moving heavy equipment? East Blue Hats. No, I didn't hear about that. Pineapple and jalapeno. I don't know, man. Jalapeno. I don't like the after effects anymore. Stephen Hurl Sr. Just found your channel, learning a lot. Thanks for your help, for educating me on my Second Amendment. Thank you for being here. Without you, I am not here. So thank you. JM in Florida. If I bought a 10-round Glock 17 online, would I be able to use a stock 17-round mag? Yeah. Yeah, you mean, will that gun accept a 17-round mag? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it'll accept it. Canadian bacon and pineapple is good. Canadian bacon's not bacon, it's ham. Knock it off. Oh, Martin Joe, I was about to read it and it says retracted. Sorry. Fruit doesn't belong on pizza. Jeff, try it. Bacon and pineapple, man. Try it. Nice cold beer. See? Privateer Prepper knows. What's happening in Oregon? Let me get the bill again. As a recap, in Oregon, SB 797. SB 797, the governor, Kate Brown, is trying to enact a bill that will force an indefinite delay on gun purchases where the Oregon State Police have an issue with your background. Not the NICS check, not the FBI, the Oregon State Police. Very dangerous. And how long is an indefinite delay? Indefinite, doesn't say. You might never get it. Some kind of stop in a larger size mag. No, 10-round magazine will fit the 17, so will a 17-round mag. If you have the Glock 19, it'll fit the 15-round mags, the 17 rounds, a 10-rounder. If you have the Glock 26, it'll fit all the above. Tyler, any news about Michigan? Be a little more specific, and I will check my little hotline I have, because I do have a link from Michigan from earlier. Let's see. Fruit doesn't belong on pizza. Apples, raspberry, bananas. Yeah, dessert pizzas are pretty freaking good. It's not a regular thing, but they're pretty freaking good. Chicken finger pizza. Try this one. Call your local pizza joint and have them make like a crispy chicken patty. Cut it up. Throw it on the pizza with barbecue sauce. Like, stream it, don't cover it, but just drizzle it. So freaking good. A right delayed is a right denied. Abso-freaking-lutely. Jose Rosado. Pineapple and bacon, man. It's where it's at. Richard. Pineapple and bacon. You're right. See? I know what I'm talking about. Look it. I didn't get this dad body because I eat freaking good anymore. My six-pack is gone. I have pineapple and bacon. Breakfast pizza. I had one once. Jared, what do you think about the new 9mm Canic? Reviews show it to be... from what I hear, it's a really good gun. Really well made. Ergonomically great. Functions great. A lot of people are saying kind of like similar to a Glock. But I hear a lot of good stuff. Actually, one of my buddies bought one. I'm going to see if I can get him to let me play with it. Constitutional carry in Michigan. Yes. Let me tell you if you live in Michigan, let me tell you what you should do here. There is someone in your legislature talking about it again. Let me see if I can get their name for you. There we go. Michigan. Damn it. I can't find my link at the moment. But yes, there is somebody who's looking at reintroducing it. I will try to get the name for you tomorrow. It's kind of getting late now. We're an hour and a half into this, so it's going to be wrapping it up soon. 80,000 plus torture test on the Canic without misfire. Maintain combat accuracy. That's awesome. Any thoughts on the FNX series? From what I hear, they're great. I have never touched one. Izzy? Where's Izzy? Never played with one. Sorry, trying to go back and forth here. Tuckworks. I see this, yes, but I can't get to it because I'm doing a live feed. Let me see what we get. So potentially Oregon can block all gun sales if they want to, right? If that passes the way it's written, yeah, as long as the state police find a problem with your background, yeah. So that's why it's so freaking dangerous. FNs are great. Yeah, I would love to have an FN 5.7. I would love to. But the cost for those things in Massachusetts are stupid. Like the old style guns, Elijah, Navy Colt. Yeah, some of those old ones are beautiful. Any thoughts on the Gen 5 compared to the 4? Yeah, I know the way the changes they made. I don't know why they made them. I'm like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I haven't played with a 5 yet. It is on my very short list of things to do, is to get one. Yes, Massachusetts, you can buy a Glock Gen 5. It is legal as long as you do it the right way. You cannot buy it from a federal firearms dealer because they can't, according, because of the Massachusetts Attorney General, but there are still totally legal ways of getting one. But the 5's still new, so it's like, for me, it's like a wait-and-see approach. Do you think we will end up with gun states and no gun states? Gary, if it continues the way it is, yeah, I could see something like that happening. But hopefully it wouldn't last more than a couple minutes after they announce it, if you know what I mean. Steve Franklin, show me how to buy one. Email me. Tyler, when applying for concealed carry permit, how long is the turnaround time? What state? Like Leslie says, what state? And are you applying for a residential permit or a non-res? Because it's totally different in each state. Massachusetts, depending on your local PD, it's like 60 to 90 days probably on average. David, hey, don't worry about the wife being pissed off. It's usually easy to get forgiveness and permission. Yeah, I know, but times are tough right now, so I'm being the good dad, the good husband. Gen 5's ambidextrous. Yeah, well, every gun I've ever owned, I know how to shoot lefties, so they're all ambidextrous. And I've taught classes for decades for lefties to operate you know, slide release, magazine. You can still see you don't need any extra stuff, but it's a different generation now. Justin, what's up, brother? They think they're gonna do it, collect 10 rounds. I'd like to see him try. Did you serve 10 years in law enforcement? Yeah, Leosa, I did serve 10. I served 13 years. I honestly gotta get. I know they changed the law. It was like a year ago, so now I would qualify because I didn't retire with one career in one department. So I do know I qualify for it. I just gotta get off my ass. Man, you can get your permit 2 weeks max. That's good to know. Vegas is 30 to 90 days. Does Vegas still give permits? Because the Vegas chief was saying that they want to ban guns too. I don't care for the Gen 5 slide release on the right, but I like the mag. You know, it's funny, the magwell flare. If you follow Glock, Old Man Gaston always said he'll never put a flare on there, and he did, and was for the military thing, but he ended up putting it in the 5. I had an FN 5.7, awesome pistol, very accurate, 12-15 test. So it's not just here; they're like $1,500 here in Mass. It's crazy. William Evans, thank you for joining. Alaska, no permit required. Awesome. Western New York, 14 months. Yeah, Western New York and Eastern New York, 14 months. That's crazy. Out-of-state CCW for Mass. Length of time or difficulty. Difficulty, they're not very difficult, especially if you have a permit from your own state. I want to say 3 months is probably a safe bet. They're only valid for 1 year and they cost $100. FN cost, yeah, they cost a lot everywhere. Is the AR-15 the same quality as the well, they're not AR-15s in the military, they're M16s, and the same quality? Yeah, well, you'd be surprised. I mean, the Colt, you know, the Colt is a Colt. Yeah, it's the same. I mean, if you got a good one, it's the same, pretty much. The only difference is the sear and some stuff in the trigger that I can't say here because it would be illegal for me to tell you. And then the bolt carrier group is just a slight difference, the M16 cut versus the AR. About 2 weeks to schedule the class at Worcester PD, 2 to 3 months. Where's Izzy? You from Worcester? I think you told me once. Yeah, you are, I believe. Yeah, and it's a racket. It's $100 because you have to take in Massachusetts, you have to take the safety course, which is $100. Then once you get the safety course certificate, which I used to teach and issue, you got to bring that to your local PD. It's another $100 for the application, so you're $200 in the hole. And then, depending on how quick your turnaround is for that locale, you get your permit. It's good for 5 years. What's your thoughts on the Ruger America? I've held one, never shot it, but I did hear a lot of negative stuff about the beaver tail. And how it just chewed up the web of people's hand. I don't know. I mean, looking at it, it's a pretty beefy beaver tail. But if you squeeze the hell out of it, then if you grip it right, it shouldn't be an issue. I understand there are some officers in Texas that carry the 5.7. Really, that's a kick-ass frickin' round. Yeah, no, I do need mods. I don't know if I can. Let's see what I can do here. Give me the name. Oh yeah, there he is. See ya. Alright. He's gone. Sorry, guys. Hunts for food, he's gone. I got him. James Carl, real quick. Oregon. Governor is pushing, the governor of Oregon, Kate Brown, is looking to push, let me give you the actual verbiage, SB, come on, where is it? There it is. SB 797, looking to have the Oregon State Police do the background checks for firearms, and if they have a problem with it, no matter how slight, an indefinite delay on that purchase, meaning you're not going to get it the way it's written. So it's dangerous. I don't know why they think they can, subvert the, or circumvent the NICS checks, but that's what it looks like they're going to try to do on paper. Facebook's freezing in Tennessee. To get your CCW or CWP in South Carolina, it's $50 to get it, plus the class. Normally anywhere 35 to 120. It's kind of average nationwide on the cost. Jeff Dunn, the new M&P 2.0 compact. Thoughts? The thoughts is I asked Smith & Wesson on this live to give me one. Get me one. Put it in my hands. Even if they take it back. From the initial reports I'm getting, it looks like it's a great weapon. It is pretty much the same size as the Glock 19, which I almost just knocked my lighting over on me. It looks like it's going to be a pretty badass weapon. I do want one. Let's see. Bloomberg works with Soros. You're good damn right he is. Live in Louisiana. We have corrupt politicians trying to talk about gun rights. How would you rate Louisiana as a gun-friendly state? I used to work in Louisiana for 3 years. It's a very gun-friendly state. The sportsman state. Sportsman's paradise. Javon, California CCW program is a money grab. Every single state's CCW program is a money grab because you shouldn't have to pay for constitutionally guaranteed right. That's case law. But Mateos, if I don't know what you're referring to for no answer is the same as denial. Mateos 6774. Ask it again because I missed it if you're asking me something. Justin, I finished my changeover and all my pistols are now M&P 2.0 full size. I have the M&P 9C last year's version. I don't have the 2.0 compact. The only thing I have 2.0 is the Shield 45, because when it came out, it was done in the 2.0 styling, but it wasn't called the 2.0 yet. It had the same changes to the grip and the scalloping to the front of the slide. And the reinforcements, but it just wasn't called the 2.0 yet. Indefinite delay. That's bad because a no is not the same as a denial. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. For those who don't know, you can get a denial, not a delay in your background check. Say your name's Bob Smith, and you live in Portland, Maine, but there's a Bob Smith in Los Angeles, California, who has like 7,000 arrests. That could cause a delay. Even though it's not you, it takes them a couple days. So that could delay it indefinitely. It's terrible. How do you feel about your kids with a mental not being able to own a firearm to protect themselves? Oh no, they're going to have guns to protect themselves. And nobody telling me how I can raise my kids. Sorry. It don't happen that way. They'll be able to. In fact, they're going to be very well freaking trained because Dad was on SWAT. 2.0 should have 17 round mags, not in mass. Yeah, well the 2.0, I saw, I think it was Jaeger. James Jaeger did a video. The 15 round magazine on the 2.0 is the same size as the 17 round mag in the previous gen. I don't know if it's a longer follower or what. When do I think the Glock 26 Gen 5 will be released? Probably this year. Yeah, Jaeger did. Emailed a handful of online ammo stores warning about 3962. They have a large email list and can inform a lot of people what's going on, but I get no response. Maybe send them this channel. More people doesn't know the business in jeopardy. That's right, they should be jumping on this. Yeah, it's on Carolina Proper. Yeah, it's I did see it on Jaeger's channel. He actually switched. He actually put his Glock up. He's not carrying that as a concealed carry anymore. He's going with a 2.0 compact. After 3 days, the FFL have the right to sell it to you. Yes. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher your name. ELIU. Yes. That's the Nick's side. What she's trying to do in Oregon is state police side. So it's almost like even though the FFL can release it federally, the state's going to try to say, oh no, you can't do that. So that's why it's kind of dangerous. If that starts in Oregon and that like other states go, hey, we can do that, man, that's trouble. Some of your first videos hit home because my son is autistic. Yeah, it's tough, man. I stopped making those for several reasons. I got to keep my kids away from this because not a lot of people are pro Second Amendment, so I don't want my kids getting caught up in anything. But yeah, autism is very, very difficult. And J.R. Riggs, my dad owes a DirecTV bill, and I can't even get Sat TV with the same name. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he hung up the lock. It's crazy. That's why if Smith & Wesson wants to bring one to Guns and Gadgets, maybe he'll put up his Glock. I'm trying, right? Can't hurt me for trying. My 2-year-old has autism. Keith, man, I feel you. All four of mine are on different ends of the spectrum, so it's crazy, man. 2.0 trigger's way smoother. That's what I hear. But in Massachusetts, we'd have to have a 10.5 pound trigger, and then we'd have to make adjustments. Kyle Wolf, 2 boys on the spectrum. Yeah, man, it's tough, man. God love you. I know what it's like. It's crazy. Got a response from my senator. That's for crap, a response. Good. Stay on them. Let them know that you're not, you're educated. Let them know that. I heard on TV November 4th stuff is a hoax. We'll see. I don't know. They do what they do because they have no balls, right? They pick fights with those people who they know are like afraid to go to jail or who they think are not gonna do anything, and then they gang up 20-on-1. You think if they did that with any people who would love to go square up with them, somebody who when they pull that bullshit smiles at them before they start their attack, they don't do that to these type of people, right? Go Patriots, hell yeah. Well, yesterday was freaking scary for the first half. Massachusetts is good clam chowder. Is there any other clam chowder anywhere else? Are you going to have another live chat with Liberty Doll? Yeah, we both talked about it the last time. We do want to do it. Her schedule is insane on her end, and I got promoted since that time. So I do want to get and hook up with her again because that was a good time. So yeah, we will definitely do it again. Do you have any information on 3999, how it's going? Are there more Republicans supporting it than co-signed? I have not been able to reach senators. All right. So 1 second. Okay. It still has the same amount of co-sponsors, but don't go off that. It is gaining support, although after the initial response by myself and other YouTubers and getting the word out and how many people jumped on social media, they're kind of not putting their names to it publicly, if you know what I mean. Do you have any info on how they think they'll collect over 10 round mags? Good luck. I ain't giving anything up. Almost $3. Thank you. $5. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Are gun-free zones dangerous? Absolutely. Absolutely, Terry. They're fish in a barrel. You know that. Jury's still out on that one. A gun-free zone isn't gun-free if I show up, right? Massachusetts, Louisiana, what you'd rather live in? All right, Martin. Louisiana. My heart. I worked for New Orleans. I was a New Orleans police officer for 3 years. My heart is in that city. I bled for that city. I love that city. But it is a terrible place to raise a family on my standards for what I want for my children. Schooling-wise. When I was in New Orleans, I'm sure it's changed now, but when I was in New Orleans for those 3 years, it wasn't a place that I wanted to raise a child. And that's why I'm not there. Carolina Prepper. Thank you, man. Maybe put it in a 10-round tube, but have the correct stuff inside. Whoops. Looks like we just got... Alright, Facebook's back. We just got bumped, but we're back. If you guys can see me, give me a thumbs. Alright, it is 9:35. We are 116 minutes into this. I want to thank everybody. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm glad I didn't lose you guys. Thank you all for your time and your support. I understand how important your time is to you because we all live busy lives. Thank you for your support. Like I say, without your support, I am not doing this. So thank you. Real quick, how do you get them to talk to you when you stay so liberal? Belligerent, how do I get my people to talk to me? Because I'm educated, I know the law, and when you call them and let them know you know the law, they'll talk to you. But thank you all for your support. Please spread this information. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, please pass the word to other Second Amendment people, because we need to all know about these laws. We need to be united. And without you helping, but not just my channel, but other gun channels, the cause is already difficult, but without us all uniting, it's almost impossible, and that's what they're banking on. So please check out the channel and subscribe if you haven't already. A reminder, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, anything in my Spreadshirt store is 15% off. So if you're looking for a Don't Tread on Me shirt, boom, I happen to have those, and you could get some for you and your family or whatever. 15% off anything in the store. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. And thank you.